Very good morning to all. So we're almost in the week. I don't know what's the number. Just give me a second to take this. Okay, let me hear from some of you. How was the experience of facing the fear? Jaypriya, please share.
So yeah, this is not the first time I've been on this. Like somebody mentioned, I got my head shaven. I try to wear what is comfortable for me. And a lot of things like, but this one was, I still had the oil. I felt very weird in the morning to look myself in the mirror. But actually, we look ourselves in the mirror maybe once or twice a day when we are doing that. That's all. And as long as we're neat and clean, that's okay, I think. And um, there are a few judgmental people. Earlier, when I was working full time, so I never used to feel comfortable, and I used to try and fit into their definition of what looks good and things like that. So now I'm a bit more freer because I'm doing my own private practice. So my clinic, my staff. So morning when I went, I thought they're just not even bothered how my hair is. They're happy, they wished me. Then my patients came, everything went on well until I was back home and I looked myself in the mirror. I didn't know my hair was like this. And I was apprehensive because evenings I go to a corporate hospital, it's a private hospital, big one, and my previous colleagues are there. And whenever I go to that hospital, I'm apprehensive. When I go to my own clinic, I'm very, very comfortable what I'm wearing. So the moment I have to go to that hospital where I have appointments, I make sure I dress in a certain way because I want to fit into that culture. Yesterday I thought, okay, chalo, what is there? Let me see. So I just went and it's okay. It was all the same. The only thing is I was not sure if I would feel the same if my previous colleagues were with me. I really don't know because, they're very judgmental and I just never used to feel comfortable. So I really don't know if I would feel the same way. And again, I'm apprehensive when I go for conferences because people dress a certain way in conferences and they look very light and they wear a suit and things like that. So, yeah, this was my experience. And I have to venture out and see what more I can do. But the time I went, I got my head shaven. Actually, last December 15th, I got my head shaven. And the same, I had my head shaven when my daughter was born. That was about 9 years ago. And that actually, I found a lot of freedom in getting my head shaven. And people were shocked. Somebody said, I got a heart attack when I saw you. That's what the reaction was. But because it's very unlikely for women to get head shaven, and even my family members were shocked. So, and it was okay to have children's head shaven. It's okay to have very senior people's head shaven. For a woman in the reproductive age group, married woman, it's very, very. Wow, wow. So that looks very weird. And yeah, so that was a bit of a thing. And again, I didn't mind as long as my family would accept me. Again, that was okay. If my people close to me accept him, it was okay. It was a challenge in the first time I got it shaven because my husband was very, very upset. And then his face changed and he was very angry and things like that. And I was very hurt. And because my daughter was turning 1, we got her head shaven. For her, தலையில சந்தனம்லாம் போட்டு அவளுக்கு பட்டு பாவாடை எல்லாம் போட்டு கழுத்துல ஒரு மாலை போட்டு they celebrated her. Okay, and my mother எங்க அப்பா இறந்து போய் ரொம்ப வருஷம் ஆகுது. So my mother, she also got the head shaven in the same temple. And that was also not weird because her husband is not there. But the moment I got my head shaven, it was a huge thing. Then I was very hurt. Then I told my husband, see, what crime have I done? Okay, it's just a cultural thing. What crime have I done? You celebrated our daughter right here in this temple. And it was me, he looked upon me, and for him it was very difficult because he was never used to this. And I was a kind of rebel. He kind of never expected that I'm going to behave like this. He expected I will take his permission, which I didn't do. Then for the second one, I told him, see, after 6 years, I had a second one. So I told him this time, first mota, I'm also going to do, but I don't, and he was mentally prepared. The second time around, he turned around. He knew that, okay, this woman is like this. And he was accepting of my way. And second time it was very easy, fun. And what we did as a family, we all got a head shave. My daughter, my husband, and we all had a family fake mota pic. I'll share it sometime. And this time it was very fashionable. So he showed it to his friends, colleagues, and all that. So I think the more important thing is people close to us accepting is so, so important. Yeah. If that is not, that is a lot of struggle.
So beautiful. So beautiful. No, the head shaving, right? It might sound very simple, or it might look very simple for you, Jaypriya, but it is a huge thing actually. It is such a huge thing because our hair is our pride, especially for women, right? How much we care for our hair. If we start getting hair fall, right, you will see every single girl or woman, they will feel so bad. At least for men, there are many bald people, so they don't mind. But hair is really a pride. So I don't know if others can relate to this, but losing hair or getting shave done is a huge thing. That is like facing the fear directly. So, but I really wholeheartedly appreciate you for doing that and for taking it so light, and because the moment you're ready to give away the hair, because it gives us some different look, like not that makeup, not makeup, but with or without hair. Yeah, Geeta shared her picture yesterday. Geeta, you want to say something?
Yeah, nothing much. It's the same for me also, like during pregnancy. And we had some difficulties and COVID because of that, parents were not able to travel. So that time I prayed, like, if everything goes good, I'll just do the hair. So uh, just 20 days before everyone came to, when I traveled from here, everyone came to see Geetisha, and we had a function for Geetisha also. So that time when I saw very long hair, it was very long that time because of all the vitamins and all the supplements. It has grown like an. So after 20 days, we went to Tirumala. I gave it there, and the immediate within 4 days, we in my mother's place we had a Satyanarayan Puja. Again, everyone came, so they were like so shocked. How come? How one of my close cousin, like she was like, I have this from past 10 years. I was thinking how it's going to be, but after seeing you, I'm like, I'm going to do this time. So after me, it's like three people they did. They had this. They have to give it to God from very long, but they were thinking how it's going to be like that. And after hair grow also, I just did. It was the my, like, I want to have the baby haircut, like kind of thing. And last June I did haircut. Like everyone are like, it looks good. I thought how it's looking, but everyone said but I just went, okay, this is the time for me. If I won't do this now, I'll never do. If again it grows, then I don't feel like doing. So I just went for a haircut. So everyone were like, "Oh, it's so nice. It's suited for you, everyone." I think we just sometimes follow. It will give happiness for you also.
Thank you for sharing, Geeta.
And one more same, like dresses also. I work in London, BBC. Like, so summer I definitely go in kurta, all Indian wear only. Summer is the time when. So my line manager, whenever I have a meeting, which you are. So she tells that everyone feels, oh, I should not wear my. But you always go with the Indian tradition. What don't you feel like someone says something? No, I'm comfortable in this dress, so I just come at least summers where we have a chance to come in Indian wear. In winters, definitely we can't go.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for sharing, Geeta. Mm, the that prayer what you had. So you told, right, you had a problem, you prayed that you will do this head shave if everything goes fine. That is so important for you that you are ready to lose the hair. People generally make fun, right? Anyway, it's going to grow again. That's why you are cutting. If it is your nose or hand or fingers, you will not cut it.
Yeah.
But jokes apart, but even with hair, it takes lot of courage. It takes lot of willpower. That thing, whatever you had prayed for, is so important for you that you are ready to do anything to get it done, right? That willpower and that determination, you would have done that. But after doing that, people will tell you that it looks good. It really motivates them. Your short hair looks good. Your boycott looks good. All that they will tell. But that moment when you did the head shave, right? That time you had taken the decision, and that is called freedom. Such a huge freedom. Freedom to be whatever you want. You want white hair, you want black hair, you want no hair, you want jewel, no jewel, anything. See, I'm not telling not wearing jewel is the right thing. Again, I'm not telling this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing. You wear jewel also, you wear makeup, you wear no makeup. But it should be out of your own interest. How you want to see yourself in the mirror. So again, in this group also, some of you don't like to wear jewelry. Some of you like to wear jewelry. Both are fine. Some of you like to dress up. It's a natural thing for all women. Yesterday, Anu or somebody asked, right? Why are we so worried about it? It's because we are manufactured that way. It's a manufacturing thing. All women, we like beautification, beauty in all aspects. We like flowers, we like that artwork, we like to cook and present it in a particular way. Because for our eyes, we want to keep things clean, neat. Why are we doing decluttering? Because it makes a lot of impact for us. In a cluttered space or in an untidy space, we might not be very comfortable. Immediately, our hands will be so pulled to go and clean that space. Just like that, when you see yourself in the mirror, if you're just washing your face, you're just simple grooming, simple. You have your hair washed, it's clean. You have your face washed. You like to put kajal, you do that. However you want to beautify yourself, you feel free to do that. But the point here, or whatever we are trying to crack here, is for others. Say, suppose you do the head shave and nobody gave a compliment, nobody even cared about it. That should not bother us. You dress up nicely for a function, wear a silk saree, do a mild makeup or a big makeup, whatever it is. But you are happy within. When you go to that function, people look at you more than your appearance. They are seeing your happiness from inside. That will only attract everybody. You're wearing a simple saree or any saree, but you look so dull and tired and so much of fear, anxiety inside that will come up on your face, right? So nicely, we have brought up this topic as judgment. I really wanted to talk about judgment. Some of you asked why people are judgmental, why some are judgmental, why some are not, and how that is really impacting us. So I will tell you, all of us are judgmental. Okay, we all judge. So it's not, again, it's not a bad emotion, or it's not a bad thing. But try to understand what is judgment. The judgment is our imagination. Okay, it's not in real. Our imagination looking at people, what if they think this way? So whose imagination does this? Our imagination. And we don't know if it is for real. Okay. So let's do this exercise. Okay, all of you switch on your video if possible. This is a very, very powerful exercise, and I generally do it towards the end of it, but because we have the topic coming up here, I wanted to just give a try today, and then we will do it one more time towards the end of the session. So I want all of you to put in a gallery mode if you're on phone, see everyone, and then we will spend another 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and you will watch every single person and make judgments. You bring out all the judgments, how they're looking like, what are they wearing, what is in their background. Make judgments, whatever comes in your mind, free flow. I'm not going to ask you to share. Okay, so just free flow your judgments. Judge them. Okay, she's from London, she's in US, she's in Chennai, what is in her background, what she has shared in the past. This is whatever comes, just judge, do the judgment. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay. So, were you able to flow, or did it stop after a point? Like you didn't get any point after some time, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, this is how all of us are. Okay, you go somewhere outside, you see a new person, or even in our program, in the first time when you see me, you will have judgment. Okay, if you try to resist it, no, I should become non-judgmental, I should not judge anyone, it's not going to happen. The next time also, you see a new person, you're attending a program, the tutor is coming in front of you, or whoever is conducting it is coming in front of you. The first few minutes, there will be judgment. But the moment you get into the content, what she or he is talking, then you lose that interest of the look and the judgment. But it's not wrong. See, we want to look well groomed, clean, neat, and well presented. That is something coming from within. That is how all women are, and some men also, right? They like to keep it neat, clean, looking well, always. So let's not think that judging somebody is wrong. The judgment is because, see, for example, when you were 10-year-old or 12-year-old, if you saw a snake, will you be just admiring the snake? You will run away. Why? Because you have been told snakes are poisonous, it's very dangerous, you should just run away. We've been told that, right? So we are using our judgment. We have not seen or we have not experienced snake chasing us. We have not experienced snake biting us. But because of the knowledge, because what we were told or what we have seen somewhere, we assume that snakes are poisonous, snakes are dangerous, I just need to run away from there. We are using our judgment, right? So you are losing, you lost a purse with money some time back. From that time onwards, you will start keeping your purse or handbag or money very safe, right? You're using your experience, you're using your past experience like that. If you see judgment, like if Pallavi had judged Sneha, it is because see, I want you to understand this clearly. It was in Pallavi's imagination how Sneha is. Is it true? It might be true, it might not be true. But it is Pallavi's imagination. You see what I'm saying? So judgment is our imagination. And even our imagination can go any creative, it can go any wild, right? So judgments are just imaginations. Nobody is coming and telling you, I judged you like this. From what they talk, from their looks, or from your knowledge, from your, it's a skill. So judging is just in our imaginary world. It's not in reality, right? So for that judgment only, we are getting so much fear in our life. We start fearing everything for that fear of judgment. So I don't know if I told you this or not during the Corona time. So I like to keep the home clean. I might have told this. So we moved into this new community. There are 300 plus families. So in the first year, we were all meeting each other, seeing everyone's home. All 300 homes have 300 different interior designs. So everybody were interested in showing their own interior design to others and to see what others have done. A lot of socializing. So whenever we go to any home, including my home, we put all the lights on and just show off wherever we have put all the good lights and all that, right? Like all this is so, what to say, so natural. And then it was happening that way. But during Corona time, every single day, I used to clean the home. I used to keep it the way I want. Nobody used to visit us. Nobody used to come and tell it's good and all. That's when I realized it is my need to keep my home that way. Whether people coming or not coming, whether people appreciating or not appreciating, I want to keep the home this way because it's my need. Just like that, when you see yourself in the mirror, how you want yourself to be. Clean, neat, well groomed, dressing homely, dressing in a modern suit, dressing professionally, however you want yourself to be presented, go ahead and do that way, not for anybody else. That is where we want to crack that fear of judgment. We are not doing it for the fear. We are doing it because we love to see ourselves that way. That gives a huge freedom, huge freedom. Just like how Jaypriya and Geeta told, the freedom of just showing what we are inside or what we are outside is so beautiful. Yeah, Geeta, you want to say something?
No, I just have a few notes regarding the judgment, especially nowadays. I can see uh, they can easily pause, like tell the judgments on kids, especially nowadays. I'm seeing because they're not seeing every kid, they're not living with the kids. The parents knows what is the kid's emotion, what is the kids going through. But how come they just simply pass on some comments on the kids if they're behaving okay? Kids want something. they're little bit stubborn. That time, not for the everything, but they might see one or two incidents. She's always stubborn. She makes sure that whatever she wants, and not only this one, for something else also. Like they easily pass a comments on kids, not the others, especially the comments and judgments for the kids is like just nowadays I can see free flowing everywhere in front of the kids itself sometimes. Like okay, 3 4 years they won't understand. When they go like 10 years they might understand few things. So how to know, being a parent sometimes you feel bad uh, hearing the judgments also. How do you take those kind of things?
No, it's not only for the kids actually, Geeta. The kid or us, we are going to face this judgment for lifetime. My daughter, when she was in 8th grade, one of her friend told, "You are a very self-centered person. You cannot make friends. You are some word. I forgot that exact word, but she told something." And my daughter didn't tell me for the next 2 to 3 years. She was very moody, and it was her that hormonal change time. She was behaving very, very low and quiet and not opening up. And it went on for years. And the mom and me is so frustrated. I tried all the ways and I couldn't make her open up. Then finally, I started telling so much about my teenage time and so many things. I started sharing about myself so much, and at one point, suddenly, she felt she'll open, and then she started sharing. She told me what happened after 3 years. That one of her friend told something about her. I forgot that word, but she believed it. See, the point here is everybody makes statement, but whether we are going to believe it or not is going to be the key here. People might tell, um, you look so dull, you look sad, right? It might be true or not true, but you believing it. Like for in case of my daughter's example, they told you are very self-centered, you're not going to get friends easily, you might be left alone, like that, something like that. Okay, that word means like that. So she started believing. Three years she didn't have any friends. She was going inside her shell and shrinking so much that she wanted to change the school and all. The girl who told that comment, she left the school. Okay. She might have just like that told that comment. She might not have even realized. So I'm not seeing anything wrong with that girl. I'm telling whoever is passing the comments, I'm not seeing anything wrong with them, because they are doing depending on their fear and their insecurity, what they have observed. It might be true or it might be false. That doesn't matter. But if we start believing those judgments are an imaginary world, but if the judgments are spoken out and if we start believing it, that is going to affect us. So we have to teach our kids not to believe others' comments or judgments. They can make their own decision, right? Like so for example, you like a cotton saree, you like to groom yourself with a cotton saree nicely, you're going up for a function. Somebody tells you that, how can you come in a cotton saree? This really didn't suit you at all. This is not looking that great. Why don't you wear a silk saree? Some comment. Okay, if I'm making that comment, what does it show on me? That I believe silk sarees are the right choice for the function, and cotton sarees show us very poor, that we don't have a good choice. That is my belief. So I pass on that judgment. But whether you are going to take that belief or not, I mean, take it as a belief. So when you see yourself in the mirror after you get ready, if you love it that way, you like yourself so much, all our affirmations, right? I love you so much. You look so amazing. That's it. After that, when you go out, whether people acknowledge it, approve it, appreciate it, or whether they don't give a damn about it, it's okay. I feel good. I look great. I'm fine with it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Neha.
Hello,
Yeah.
you can hear me? So, like, this is, I can understand with respect to negative comments, like you said, that teach our children to not believe it. But when the kids are praised,
When kids
uh,
are praised.
praised,
Mm.
sometimes some people I see that to get their work done, they'll say good boy, good girl, and make them do things. And they really believe it, that doing this activity means they're a good boy, doing this activity means they're a good girl. That part I really don't know how to explain or make children understand. Like, it's good to do that. That is true. It's actually helping them and all that. How do we tell them that not to believe it? Like, that part is, it's difficult to implement with praises and appreciation, like not to believe.
It is very difficult, but I am the big example for such a victim of all appreciations. I've got always, I have been appreciated always in my life. Okay. Why I'm telling it is I'm a victim because that appreciation and then doing the activity made me a full-time people pleaser. I only want that appreciation. I will do anything and everything to get that appreciation, to make sure I'm in good books, to not get any negative comments, to not get criticism. That became my life motto, that nobody should tell one word about me negatively. Okay, with all this introspection only, see, whenever we get triggered, if you go and dig through it, that one negative comment, that one comment criticizing us, or that slight comment, slightest comment would have triggered me. Because I am a good person. I want to be only the good person. I am the best mom. I am doing the right things. How can you tell that to me? Right? So it is even more dangerous. I'm telling even the negative comments are okay. It'll at least teach you that that is reality of life. People will tell you criticism, will tell negative things, but all this positive and positive just to get work done. You're so good in doing it. அது வந்து it's really causing even more damage to us. So it's just like what I told Geeta. Our kids will face all these comments, or we will also face all these comments, both positive, negative, for our life. But that's where we train ourselves, and we slowly start teaching kids also that there will be these comments, but it matters more how you feel inside. You feel good about that work. The next time when you do that work, do it little better. That's it. You make a dish, you present it so well, and then you enjoy watching it and tasting it. And then when you taste, you see that it can have little more improvement. The next time you will make that improvement. But what if all 10 people come and eat and tell this is the best and it looks great, it tastes awesome? Next time you will not make that improvement, right? You see, the growth happens only between support and challenge. That is such a big topic. I'll just tell you a little bit. So when the kids are given a lot of financial freedom, it is support. When the kid is not given any finance, they struggle for finance for their entire life. That is the challenge. The growth happens only with both this being there, right? The kid is being pampered a lot, never challenged. There is no growth. The kid is being given huge challenges, only challenges, and pushed to the corner. Then also there is no growth. And when they're pushed to that corner, there will be little bit support from somewhere. Then there is growth. So there is a plant. You want to cherish that plant. You want to nourish it. You do everything, but you're keeping it within door. But it's an outdoor plant. You're keeping it only indoor. When you keep it outside, there's so much of sun, no water. That time the plant is thriving to get the water. The moment it gets few drops of rain, it will grow so beautifully. But if you're keeping it within the home, you're only giving 10 ml of water every single day, little bit of sunlight every single day, it will grow only till this much. But if you give challenges and support, it will grow this much. You see what I'm saying? The growth happens only between support and challenge. So for our kids, it's so important to give them both support and challenge. Like that, both positive comments and negative comments both have their own bad effect and good effect. But how they start feeling within them, that's why we are so much working on how you feel. Do you have the joy of doing that work, or you're doing the work only to please others, only to get approval, or just to get it done? No, not for any reason. I am doing because when I wash that vessel, if I wash it the third time, I get a great feel because it sparkles, it is looking so good, and I feel good to see that vessel. Whether the other person is going to come and see and then give a comment, I don't care. But it takes training, okay? But we have been trained. After you do everything, we want at least one person to come and see and tell that it looks good because we are trained that way. So it is a practice, but it is so beautiful to feel good just within ourselves and to feel that freedom. Freedom is so addictive, and that freedom is what we really want. That is what we are all working towards, that freedom. Right? Jaipriya, you wanted to ask something?
No, I wanted to tell Sneha Priya regarding children again that it's so true that children are so naive. They believe whatever is told to them. Okay, and they believe what the primary caregiver, the parents say. That is very, very important to them. They also believe what the one favorite teacher, no? That one person they will look up to, what they say. So it is so important for us parents to be non-judgmental of our own children. Why are you wearing this? Why are you doing this? Why we constantly give instructions to children? We're so used to, and all the adults also in the household, everybody thinks it's their right to give instructions to children to how they're supposed to be. So at least at home, we can create a safe space where we just allow them to be the way they want, the way they want to eat, the way they want to dress. If you give that space, the non-judgmental space at home, I think they'll be confident enough to face the world, and because they believe what we say. So if we don't say anything, generally I let them be. My daughter is 9. In fact, I learn a lot from her because I am scared of what people will say. She's not scared. She'll dress a certain way. She will buy that bright pink dress that looks very jarring, and she insisted she wants lipstick and eyeliner, and she bought one really very bad looking color. And in the way, sometimes I feel embarrassed when she dresses like that, but that is how she thinks she looks good. And 2 days ago, we went for a birthday party, one of her close friends' birthday party, and then she washed her hair and wore a jean and all that. And when we were walking out the door, I said, "See, you didn't wear any makeup, pottu vekkala, you didn't wear lip balm, you didn't even." She usually wears an eyeliner. Says, "You didn't do anything." She says, "No, mommy, I feel good this way." She thought makeup is not essential for that occasion. She wanted her hair, she left her hair open. She liked that shampoo look, and then she says she's all ready to go. I kept telling her, "Potta vechittu va, your lips are dry, lip balm potittu va." She says, "No, mommy, I'm happy." And she enjoyed the party. We only think, we have to look a certain way. So I think if we give children the freedom just to be themselves, I think they'll be resilient to what the world throws at them. I mean, that was a thought I thought I will share.
Super, Jaipriya. Exactly. Finally, it comes to a point how you feel inside. See, we might be overweight, but we feel so good inside. It shows up on our face. You're seeing so many women, right? Like they're all dressed up nicely and they look so beautiful. Even whatever is their overweight or underweight, they look so beautiful because they feel so happy within. And that we are able to see how they are very comfortable in their body. They're very comfortable in their dress. They're very comfortable in that hair. But how much ever you groom, and if you're not comfortable, that also shows in the face, right? You look so anxious. So the judgment is a very beautiful feeling. Be aware of your judgments. Be aware of that disturbance happening in your mind. start thinking the judgments are just our imagination. My imagination of what Shobha will think about me, I will imagine. It shows my mind. It doesn't show what Shobha thinks, right? It's my fear. So I really wish you start becoming aware of your fear of judgment, then start facing the fear of judgment. Face it. One day I had applied henna, I had washed it, but the henna was all stuck in my hair. Suddenly my husband booked a ticket. Okay, next 15 minutes we should be in the theater. We were staying very close to the theater. And so much of henna, I have to dry and then let it all go out. I just went like that with so much henna, with all that powder. I washed it. I just washed it that time. And then he had booked tickets. I went there. Nothing happened. I was not on the newspaper next day. Somebody came with henna to the theater. Nobody saw me. Nobody asked me anything. I came back. So it's like so much of fear. What if some in the mall there are thousands of people? What if the 200 people think I'm poor and the 200 people think I'm rich, or 200 people think I'm beautiful, 200 people think I look so bad, right? So facing it gives us lot of freedom. The main important point I wanted to bring with judgment is you're all decluttering your home. Okay, you're all making space, you're all making it beautiful, very clean, neat. When you go to a home which is cluttered, what will happen? The first thing you will do is you will make judgments, right? You see, and you will start feeling very uneasy. Oh my God, how can they keep so many dresses, so much clutter in this house? How can they even live in that kind of a house? Just forgetting that few months back or few years back, whenever you made a decision to declutter, even our house was like that. Even we were also hoarding so much. We were buying so many things because we had lot of fear that time. Now we are sincerely. This is all your commitment. Sincerely, you're attending the class, you're taking the notes, you're doing the exercise, you're completing it, and with so much of reminder, with lot of pressure about marking in red, and with so much of effort, you have come to this point. Now, suddenly, when you see another house which is so cluttered, you can even go to your mom's place or mother-in-law's place or your sister's house. It is all cluttered and it doesn't bother them, but it will bother you very much. I'm telling you, it will. You cannot keep your hands tied up. You want to go and immediately clean that place, or at least pass on comments. What are you doing? How can you even keep it like this? Why do you want so much stress? Why are you spending so much on me? All this is judgment, right? All this is, we have learned something, we want to push it to others. So I'm telling you, we have to practice that acceptance also. You are a work in progress, right? And all of them, they have not got that moment where they want to do it. Like the moment they start thinking that I want to keep it this way, then they will start working on it. But do you think it is so easy? They have to find out all their fear. They have to do their inner work. They have to find out all the fear. They have to know that I am hoarding things because I want some approval from the society. I am doing all this because I have so much fear, right? So I want all of you to smile at cluttered places. You see cluttered space, it will get its own time, just like how we got our own time. It happens in the clean eating also. We might have ate all junk in our life for our entire life. Suddenly we get all this gyan about eating clean, eating only fresh food, not eating in restaurant, not eating packed food. And then we start following. So we were the same till a particular date, right? Everybody will get their date, right? Apna time aayega. There is a word, right? Everyone will get their own time. So the So it doesn't mean that you don't judge them. You will judge them, but the next moment you will become aware that you are judging them, and then you will accept them. You know our sequence, right? We are not stopping fear, we are not stopping anger, we are not stopping guilt, we are not stopping judgment. We are only becoming aware and accept the current moment and do what is needed. Action. The action is whatever is needed. You can show them your home without just becoming very proud about what you have done. You just show your home. When they see that decluttered home, they'll get inspired. And if they ask you, then you can open up all your notes and share everything and tell whatever you want to tell. So today it was all judgment and judgment. I wanted to talk about this since so long. So I used this today. So today it's just, there is so much homework pending and I've not seen the tracker. So there's no point in adding up more and more homework. But there are two things that I wanted to tell. We are actually repeating this. One is that you know why you do what you do. We have done that enough, many weeks. And you know I'm doing it for the joy of doing, or I'm doing it for pleasing others. Now the second is how you do what you do. There are only two ways you can do things. One, you can do it with love, or you can do it without love. Only two ways. There is some guest who you didn't like, that guest has come. You can either cook for them with love or cook for them without love, right? That's the only choice we have. And try to choose always to do with love and see what happens. So this week you are going to slow down, no rush. Again, we practiced it a few months back, slowing down, not rushing, right? So bring this slowing down and doing it with love. If you happen to do something without love, in your mind you feel so irritated. You're doing it. The moment you become aware of it, switch it to doing it with love. Okay, even so you're asking yourself, why am I doing this? I'm doing it to please others. If that is the answer, okay, do it with love. Do please others with love. So the choice that you have is doing it with love, doing it without love. Keep choosing doing it with love for all your activities, and I want to hear the experience. And this week in kitchen decluttering, I still know most of you have not completed it, but this week the kitchen decluttering, all the electrical appliances, okay? List out all the electrical appliances, all the mixies, toasters, juicers, microwave, anything that you put in electric, right? All the electric and electronic items in your kitchen, list it out and see how often you use it. See how often you use it. All of them needs a wash. There will be so much of dust and all that. You use all this wet cloth and clean it, dry it, and store it inside cabinets. It's okay if you happen to take it every day. So for example, the grinder I use only once a week, once in 5 days or 6 days. So it need not lie on outside the kitchen for all the days, right? So you can keep your grinder inside somewhere. And mixie, I cook only twice a day. So I use only twice a day, right? Maybe morning 1 hour or evening 1 hour. The mixie need not be there all the time in front of our eyes. So like that, the toaster and all, you might be using once in a week or once in 2 weeks, or you might be using it every day. But even every day, you need only for 1 hour or 2 hours maximum, right? So depending on your usage, depending on the facility that you have in your kitchen, check all the electrical items this week, okay? So this is the task, slowing down and doing it with love. So I have this beautiful content which I'm saving it for later and later, because it's related to the spiritual dimension. We have not started it. I want you to continue with your social contribution dimension and fulfilling your bucket list. Why I'm insisting on this bucket list is, as you start ticking off things from your bucket list, 2023 will be a beautiful year for you because you've started ticking off your bucket list. 2024 is going to be the only project that you will be working on is ticking off your bucket list. You have that in front of you. You know what you want, right? That's a great gift that you are giving to yourself. Yeah, that's all I had for today. Thank you so much.